Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 74, NASDAQ up 20, S&P's down 3. Gold contract up $35, trading at $1,230 an ounce. Silver up 83 cents at $17.10 an ounce. 1 second, let me just get that for you. Thank you. That would be nice if we turn the camera on in the den for them. There we go. Gold up $35, traded at $1,230 an ounce. Silver up 82 at $17.10 an ounce. Platinum up $12 at $1,246 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $2.94 a pound. Light sweet crude up 66 cents at $63.71 a barrel. Bonds, you have the 10-year up 13 ticks at 126.20. The 30-year up 20 ticks at 143.06. King dollar down 342 ticks, trading at 88.95. The euro is up 57 at 123, and the yen is down a penny and 1.15 at 119.54. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. It's a beautiful thing, folks. Deviance, oh, baby. We're going to have it in spades today. I love bisecting and dissecting this baby, because check it out. Okay. What do we do this morning? Bottom line, you get down to a price point of 2034. Rejects the price. The S&Ps are down. The cash is down 7. Bottom line, you're going to have a low coming into breaking a swing point. You're going to have it with volume. That basically says we're going to be right back down there. But now watch how this shakes out, because this is pretty cool. Dow Industrials. Same setup in the Dow Industrials. The Dow, excuse me, folks. From low to high in the Dow, the low 17,629. We're at 17,768 right now. Bottom line, you come down with volume. You broke your swing point at 726. That 726? Yeah, 726. We went to 629. We're at 768 right now. You're going to be back down at those levels. The S&Ps, the Dow, came back dramatically from where we've been this morning. Now, NASDAQ Composite. NASDAQ Composite goes lower, comes all the way back topside. NASDAQ Composite is down to 46.74. Almost up another 90 points from that level. You're also going to have a low swing, breaking a swing, having it on volume. The volume on the NYSE today will come in at about, right now, we are already at 529, so it'd be about 850. On the NASDAQ, what we're dealing with was 1.9 yesterday. It's going to be probably about 2 billion. Bottom line, you're going to have some juice behind the move. Russell 2000, this is the real deviant move, so check it out. Russell 2000 trades down to a price point of 11.53. You're at 11.82 right now. Russell 2000 also is going to have volume at those lows. And what the Russell's done, if you happen to be into candlestick charting, council charting, bottom line, this is going to be a last engulfing on the way up. After a large uptrend, this is a beauty. So it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Now, gold contract. Let's go to gold. Wide price spread, accelerated volume. Gold is up 34 bucks. 224,000 contracts. Bottom line, gold right now is at 1229. It's going to make the run up there for the 1256, which is the swing of the 21st of October. What this opens up, however, this opens up the whole testing procedure going all the way up to the July high of 1347. So because you're in the higher range now in gold. XAU, HUI, they're both ABC structures on the way up. We'll see whether we get the volume as we pass those B points. Bond market. Bond market refuses to back off. That is even with this trend, meaning we opened down, we've been coming back up all day long. Bond market, 10-year up 13 ticks 1.3 million contracts are traded out here. We're trading at 126.20. Bottom line, that October 15th swing high is game, and that's 129.28. 30-year is already on its way, man. This 30-year just leads it up. And 30-year U.S. I always keep forgetting we're in 2015 now. U.S. U5. USH5. $30-year bond right now, we are at 143.08. And the bottom of the high bar, which is 146, is 141.01. Okay? So that's pretty amazing inside the context, period, of, number one, where we are, and number two, where we're going. That basically sets up that the 30-year already is, one quarter of the way into that bar. We're only 2.5 points away from that high up there. What we do have, this is going to be interesting to see this shakeout. Oh, check this out. Okay. We're already taking, we've just taken out the swing point. We'll see what, we don't have the volume yet. Yeah, we could get the volume though. So check this out. The high swing on December 1st in the 30-year is 143.09. We're at 143.09. The volume that we would need is 418,000, and we can very well get that in the next hour. We're at 377 right now. That's showing strength, man. That's showing that these bonds want to go higher, rates want to go lower. If we do take a look at the rate right now, we're at 2.2. King dollar. Let's go over to King dollar and we take a look at King dollar. What we've had with King dollar is this. King dollar made a high out here yesterday, gave it up, came off that high, and if we take a look at how King dollar is trading right now, is at 88.99, 21,000 contracts. That's shot volume on the way down. If we take a look at the continuous contract, what you have inside the continuous contract is this. You bring this back to 2010, and what you're going to see is that the continuous contract was testing 2008 swing highs, which was the 89.29. The 2009 swing high, it just missed yesterday, that was 89.71. And the 2010 swing high, which is 88.80. At this particular point, we are below all of those. No, actually, 88.49, we're not below yet. Once you get below 88.49 and 88, it's 88.49. The reason being is if we get that this week, then what you're going to have is that you basically got up into the swing points. You tested the swing points. You closed underneath them on a weekly basis. What that would set up, I suspect this dollar wants to go back to 84.25. That's the way this baby is set up right now. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world and the world of these markets. So check this out. Worldwide. This is pretty intense. And if you think that this market's going to go up and stay up, folks, when you saw the type of destruction last night in the markets across the world, bottom line is that you have distribution going on in spades. We had Shanghai down 5.5%. You had Hang Seng off 2.3%. We go into Europe this morning, and what you had with Europe is this. You had the CAC was down in France 2.5. You had the DAX down 2.1. Spain was down 3.1. The FTSE was down 2.8. Greece was off 11%. 11% in one day. Yeah, no doubt. Pretty amazing. Some of the high volume. Oh, here, check it out. Okay, so we want to go over to the financials, the XLF. If we take a look at the XLF, what you're going to see in the XLF is this, XLF. XLF right now is at 24.83. Bottom line, you hit a low out here of 24.55. You had an expansion of volume. We'll see whether it wants to test that high once again. But I suspect what you're going to see here is you're going to see it come right back down. This October 15th swing point is game. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow Industrial's down at 77. Nasdaq's up 18. S&Ps are down 3.5. We're going to be right back.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Right now, you got the Dow down 81, NASDAQ up 18, S&Ps are up 4.5. And as you come over to TFNN, folks, what you're going to see right in the carousel, you're going to see the gold report, 60 for 600. What that's all about is that next Tuesday is the 660th edition of the Gold Report, 12 and a half years. What a trip, no doubt. Bottom line is that we have a sale going on that is only good until next Tuesday. So if you'd like to get a great sale, and it's 60 editions for $600, it's only a $10 edition. It's a 50% savings. What you also get is that you get an autographed copy of my book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. That's an $88 value. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, check it out on the front page of TFNN.com. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Basil does a great show each and every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Remember, you can get all the programming at TFNN right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi for the audio. You'd like to get the video, what you do is you go TFNN.com. As you go TFNN.com, just hit the TV on the top right-hand corner. At that particular point, you get the audio, plus you'll get the video. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
Having a good day. It's a miserable day, a rain, storm, but that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes in Boston, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are we looking at today, Basil?
As usual, we're looking at the Dow chart that I show my subscribers to my opening call, my daily newsletter with a very comprehensive look at the markets. And every day I do the Chapman wave notation. And as I had said to you last week, I was suspecting that we were going to see a G in the waveform in the Chapman wave, and that usually says be very careful. As a result, we actually went short the Dow and some other technical tools we used to be able to formulate this particular sell signal. And the high of 17,991 saw a move of about 370 points to the low of the day. But what's really interesting about this, because it's a flat sideways move, and what's really interesting right now as we speak, the Dow is at 17,765. It's been there many times, and if you go back to the high of the 13th of November, the high there was 17,705. So although it feels like a lot has happened, you had spoken a little earlier, mentioned the word distribution, something we spoke about last week. A lot of this action really looks like a distribution in a very interesting way. It seems to me that the stocks that have done best are the stocks that fund managers have gravitated to immediately on every pullback, and now you're getting a narrowing of leadership. A good instance would be in the IBB NASDAQ. But the leadership is still strong enough because of the weighting. It's still strong enough that fewer stocks can take that sector up. And what we saw today was on that very sharp decline, two things came into perspective. One is for my subscribers, I have a proprietary technical tool. I'm going to move this chart down a little bit to show something. In these five little charts here, which I give my subscribers as an overview every day, overview and market today it's called. This left one has the Dow 120-minute chart. That shows a peak F top. That's where you've got to be real careful. At 17,991, and that shows you the decline and right through those trend lines. This particular index right here is the VIX index, the volatility index.
Yes.
And it shows that today we had a very big spike, went all the way to 1668. We actually happened to be long the VIX at this particular time, expecting it to go higher. And on this rally that we've had, the VIX has only come down a little bit from the 1668 level to 1523. It sounds like a lot, but not when you think that it was at 11.84 just a couple of days ago. So that's saying that there's still selling pressure. But yesterday I had a signal with this particular tool that Richard Arms developed called the Arms Index. It's the Trin gauge, T-R-I-N. I use it in a completely different way to Richard Arms. I just use it for specific numbers, and it gave me a signal that has a really wonderful accuracy rate. And what it says, if I see a number at the top, a large number, it's a specific number, but above that, it says that within 2 days, regardless of how low you go in the market, there should be a rally of between 6 and 9 points at minimum in the S&P futures, which should translate into the cash index. And then these two charts right here are the daily charts. And this, we've made a peak G in the Dow and a peak E in the S&P. That's saying that you've got to be real careful at this particular point. But what's really interesting is from the low today, this indicator that I call the Chapman Wave Trin Gauge gave a great signal because we got that very strong rally off the low. But it also says that at some point after it's completed, you've got to be real careful because there could be some kind of a pullback, and you can see that we've stalled. So going to, what's the time? We've got 30 minutes to go. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And one of the things I'm looking at, if the Dow closes anywhere into the 17,743 level, it's at 17,765, so it's 20 points lower. The candle that'll form is a candle that I call a Chapman Wave Roman candle. And what it says is, once that is formed off a top, at any point, if within a day or two or a bar or two, if there's a trade halfway into that wick, in this case, if you had to trade in the Dow at 17,720, there's a real good chance you're going to test the low. The only way that you can get rid of the negative aspect of this particular candle is to close above it for at least 2 sessions. So that means you have to close above 17,847. So it's very interesting, because normally one would expect that if you survive September, October with a sharp down move, that you would rally into the last couple of trade, the last week or two of December for a yearly close towards the highs of the year.
Yes.
So, but there are a lot of negative things. There are very few stocks that are acting very well, but they might be strong enough to keep this kind of sideways mixed, I just spoke about us being where we were back in November. We could keep this trading range. But I suspect if we break on that particular instance, when I'm talking about the Dow, if we go to the low of that candle, then that's going to be a big negative. So it's very interesting for subscribers, because we actually went long today in 2 areas that we've not been long for quite a while. And we're going to see how that works out, because they've been decimated to the down. One has been decimated to the downside. We're going to see if there's enough strength to have at least a counter trend rally. So it's always a fascinating market, but as far as the specificity is concerned, I think we're narrowly having leadership at this particular point, but just enough to keep the market propped up. And every time there's a dip, fund managers have been rewarded for grabbing stocks and just riding the next move up. So we'll see how it works out. I want to see Friday's candle, because I'm showing the VIX index right now, and the volatility index did have a very strong spike, but it's going to be the weekly chart. I'll show the weekly chart here. If this weekly chart would just stop dead at the 200-period moving average today, the high was 16.68, and the VIX index, the 200-period moving average, is at 16.74. How we close on Friday is going to be very, very important, because a close in the 17s on the VIX index says be very careful in the shorter term. But we haven't got there. We're at 15.12. So
listen, folks,
it's a mixed market.
You can test drive Basil's newsletter by coming over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, opening call right there. Test drive it 30 days, absolutely free. Basil, you have a great night, safe night. We look forward to speaking to you and seeing that show tomorrow. Have a great one.
Thanks very much, Tom.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization optimization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 80, Nasdaq's up 17, S&Ps are off 4.5. Let's go to Al in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Not too much, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, Tom, I've been expecting gold to go up, and I bought a Direction 3 times bull ETF. It's called BAR, and gold is up $35 today, and this thing doesn't move, and I don't understand that.
Okay, it's called BAR, B-A-R?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at this. So, what made you buy BAR first?
Well, I thought I would do a little better with the 3-time bull on gold.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so this is the Direction 3 times, just as Al was saying, that correlate to a 300% move of the COMEX gold futures.
Right.
The low is... Okay, so I don't quite understand why you're saying it didn't go up. It did go up. It went up from $27.89 to $30.88.
Well, I checked the price on it, and it's like $27.89, something like that.
Okay, this is what you're looking at. When did you buy it?
Oh, I bought it last week.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is kind of strange. So check this out, folks. This is what's going on, is that you're looking at the close of last night, Al.
Yeah.
The close of last night was $27.89.
Okay.
Right now, the volume on this today, this must be a brand new one, is 218 shares. What you will see at the close tonight is you'll see a close somewhere in between $30.10 and $30.89. Right now, the bid on this is $30.10. The offer is $30.89. What you are going to want to do, okay, is they have a separate 300% correlation, which is NUGT. And the difference is NUGT has already done 17 million shares today. Now, this is what the difference is. The difference in the NUGT is that you're not trading the physical price of gold. You're trading the New York ARCA Gold Index. Okay? The one that you traded or have right now is... Oh, here, I can find out when this started. One second. Let's see. Inception. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now this has been around for a while, but it has no volume. So bottom line is that you don't want to be trading this out. You're going to make money on it. If you bought it last week, you're going to make money on it. You're going to see the close tonight. The close tonight on this will be at least $30. It'll probably be $30.50 or something.
Okay.
And then.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, at that price, I could get out. Okay.
Yeah, you could.
I paid $28.90 something on it.
Well, what you could do is this. This is what you could do. You could put a sell in right now. There's no reason not to put a sell in right now. Put a sell in at $30.50. Split the bid and offer, and see if they take it. That's what you can do. In fact, yeah. What to do is this: put an offer in, get it closer to the offer. Okay, right now this is almost a dollar spread. Put it in like a 30.80 or something. Get it close up there and see if they end up taking it by the close of today. They probably will. That's the bottom line, because gold is not backing off. But that's what's going on.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that, Tom.
Okay, appreciate the call, man.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one. And when you do trade these, folks, please, you want to make sure that there is liquidity inside them. And this equity here just does not have liquidity, hasn't had liquidity. So when you first do bring it up, it's like, wow, what is going on here? But I can see he was looking at the previous day's close. This will close approximately $2.75 to $3 higher. We have, it's really intriguing what has happened inside the metals market. King Dollar itself has been looking to test its 2008, 9, 10 highs, got the test in. But even as that was tested, they couldn't smoke gold. That's what the bottom line, couldn't smoke it. What had happen out here today, we gap down. As we gap down, gold goes topside, bonds go topside, volume increases on the S&Ps on the way down. What that is set up, now that's the first part. The second part's more intense for you folks that are in the metals market. And what it is this. I expect what you're going to see here, this is a straight line move. And what a straight line move is, they don't let anyone in the market. Meaning, I'm talking gold, silver, I'm talking many of the gold stocks, many of the silver stocks. The reason being is that a few of them have already taken out a B point with volume. We're on a ABC structure on the way up on a lot of these equities. It looks that even the XAU and the HUI is going to have the juice in order to basically take them out. That's the bullish part. Now, let me show you the bearish part. That when I finished the gold report today, there was a couple that I just didn't, it's like, okay, man, this is a heads up. And what it was, and you've heard me talk about this before, Franco-Nevada, when the price of gold likes to go high, Franco-Nevada is a good indication. Well, Franco-Nevada, great stock, but needs more volume out here today. Now, Franco-Nevada and Royal Gold had got beyond the October downdraft way before everyone else, so maybe they're just taking a rest. Franco-Nevada is up $1.71 today. We're at 724,000. If we go over to Royal Gold and we take a look at Royal Gold, what you're going to have in Royal Gold is this. Royal Gold is performing, which is great. I'm glad one of them is performing, because Royal Gold looks like it's going to be an ABC structure on the way up also. Royal Gold is up $3.15 today. You're at $70.60. We're going after $72.81. If you get volume of more than 781,000, you get a monster ABC structure that will take it all the way up to 82. What's cool about this is that we're already at 863. So it doesn't look like it's going to have a real problem getting juice. It won't go to the B point today. But this is a 17 point A to B equals C to D. That 17 point will get you up to $80, which is going to get you back to the August 14 highs. And what that sets up, of course, that sets up a run inside this metal market in a big way. Let's go and take a look at Alibaba for one of the tigers in the den. You got Alibaba up 264 right now. That is trading at 107.71. It's a nice setup. I mean, what this did, this came back to the sign of strength on November 4th. $99.51. It had 67 million shares traded. It traded 23 million today, rejected lower price. What does that set up? That sets up, you can get a run to Alibaba for like the 114 at 107.71. My larger take on this is that you cannot, and I understand every dip has been rewarded, but bottom line is that between Asia, between Europe, they get this market going here. It's really going to be a question of when, to me, not if, that October 15th swing low comes into play. If we go over to the XLE, that had already been there. That's all the financial press was yapping about today, that all the oil stocks are moving higher. Well, of course they're moving higher. The XLE has just gone from $100 to $76. Nothing goes down forever, up forever. That's 26%. What you're going to have inside the XLE is that it still is going to have a high volume swing low now on a weekly basis. So that baby is basically saying, hey, it looks to me like that is going to get taken out, and it's going to build more cause for lower price. The ExxonMobil's down 33. Oh, check this out. IBM, folks. Okay, this is a little deviant move. IBM has light volume and it's just hanging by a thread at that 160.85. We hit 160.80 today. 160.05 is the number. We've done 2.9 million. That low out there is 4 million. Little by little, you're going to see IBM lose that 161 price point. And when IBM does lose that price point on a downdraft, folks, you're going to see an IBM trading out at about 135 in a heartbeat. And that is a big number. Inside the Dow out here today, the Dow is down 64 right now, 67. What's putting juice into it is you get United Technologies up $1.81. United Healthcare is up 89. Cisco is up 20. You get Big Blue up 92. Taken away from it, Verizon is down 225. Ma Bell is off $1.12. Merck is down 198, and Coca-Cola is down 110. Don't forget, folks, if you do have an interest in the metal market, we have a sale going on right now with the Gold Report. It's the 660th edition next Tuesday. You can get 60 editions rather, for $60, plus a copy of my book, The Art of Time in the Trade. It's a 50% discount.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman wave sequence. Using the Chapman wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a special sale for the Gold Report for a limited time only. To celebrate the 660th weekly issue of Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, that's more than 12 years, TFNN is having a special one-time sale. Right now, you can receive 60 weeks of the Gold Report. That's 14 months for only $600. We're offering Tom O'Brien's dynamic weekly newsletter at only $10 a week, half off the regular monthly price. By taking advantage of this special offer, you also get a signed copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, an $88 value. The Gold Report is published every Tuesday and provides subscribers with Tom O'Brien's expert commentary on the industry, as well as detailed information on a variety of mining equities. Not all gold stocks are the same. This offer is valid for current or new subscribers. All the details are on the front page of TFNN.com. The sale will be over before you know it, so act now and lock in this incredible price by visiting the front page of TFNN.com.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 62. Nasdaq's up 20. Where we're going to come in here, volume-wise, what you're going to see, we're going to come in at about 850 on the NYSE. On the Nasdaq's going to be over 2 billion. So what you're going to have set up here is you're going to have a lower low setup with juice behind the move, and it's just when you have that here. If we bring the SPY up, I bring the SPY up, and we take a look at this. So when you look at the SPY, the SPY's down 108 million shares right now thus far. The other swing point I just took out is 103. That 103 was when we lower on December 1st. That was 205.38. You go all the way back up, you hit 208.47. You do that with 91 million shares. You're going to be right back down to these levels. What is interesting here is that the SPY and the S&P in general, this is an island top. That's how this is shaken out right now. What is going to be definition-wise, I'm not quite sure. Once you come back up into the bottom of it, which we've done, is that still plays out as an island top. And this is what an island top is specifically, is that first you gap higher, and we gapped higher on the 21st of November. So we closed the 20th, 205.71, you gapped higher. We stayed up there for, 11 trading days. Then you gap lower. Bottom line, leaves everything out there as an island. It's a bearish indication. Now, what we had out here right as we're speaking is that you gapped lower, but now you've moved all the way back up, so it has filled that gap. And as I say, I'm not quite sure. It's been so long ago I've actually looked at those islands. The island tops are good setups. There's no doubt about that. I just, as you go back up and hit the top of that gap, especially the day you hit it, I'm not quite sure whether that's still considered an island top. The NASDAQ composite, we go take a look at the composite. Composite also had a huge day, meaning coming all the way back. The composite traded down to 46.74, and that was a big number because the composite opened at the November 13th level. That's what it did. Okay, so that opened down there, comes all the way back topside. If we do look at the actual cash S&P, what you're going to see in the cash S&P, now this gets really cool. The cash S&P got down to a price point of 2034, and that's at 2056. That you could turn it on and say it could be a hammer, but it's not a hammer. The reason I'm saying it's not a hammer has to basically be after a downtrend. That's actually a hanging man. So it's going to be interesting to see where this whole thing shakes out. And Stevie says there's nothing more than a bullish than a failed bearish signal. Well, someone's in the den is telling me that that's what our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, is talking about, that it was a failed bearish signal. 877-927-6648. Let's go to Terry in Orlando. Hey, Terry, what's going on?
Not much, Tom. The weather's nice today over here in Orlando. I hope it is over there, too.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, it's a little chilly, but it's not bad.
Right, we need the chilly every now and then because it gets so hot during the summer.
No doubt, man. I like it. I like it.
If you could, let's take a look at Detour Gold. It's DRGDF.
Yeah. Let's take a look. This is they explore gold in Canada, folks. The low is 335. The high is 1450. DRGDF. Okay. Now, do you own this? You're looking to buy it?
No, I'm looking to buy. Some of the people talking about oil say that they have a big expenditure with diesel fuel, and they're likely to benefit from oil prices being down, and that might...
So, this company here, folks, okay, first off, this is a great company, Terry, okay? they're still in the exploration phase. What they do have, so when you're in the exploration phase, number one, well, it acts like they're producing. 2014, no, it looks like they went from the exploration to producer now. So they're producing 141 million a quarter. This is going to be a classic. So watch what this is done, folks. And so did New Gold do this today. It got over the B point, has the volume, and it just didn't hold the price. That is an indication, Terry, that it's going to be right back up there, and more than likely you get an ABC structure on the way up. And so your A point on this is 532. Your B's $9. That's nice. So 350 would give you 1075. That's where this thing was. That's the price projection. DGC.
Okay.
DGC. 1 second, because I remember this stock. Yeah, this Detour too. I just brought it up in Canada too. Let me just see it in Canada. Yeah, it's done the same thing in Canada. Yeah, it's a good scene, man. It's okay. With these, this is another ABC structure on the way up. So this here, just so you understand, I don't think you wouldn't buy this just on the aspect that fuel is less expensive right now. What does happen is that this company itself raised a huge amount of money, had some big names behind it, and it's a company. Let me just see. I don't know what the highs and lows were. It's pretty intense, man. Yeah, this company has come down from $39, man. It got a sign of strength. It hit a low of $2.88. That's November 2013, and you had a nice sign of strength to come back and tested it. Yeah, you get action here, man.
Great.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
All right, thanks.
NASDAQ up 20 back, folks. The bottom line, bonds are refusing to back off, won't back off, and King Dollar is flat in the water. We take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. Well, we have, you got Honeywell up 53 cents. You got Big Mac, that's still getting smoked. That's down $1.25. Merck is off 182. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back the next hour. Dow right now down 47. Nasdaq's up 26. S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back. Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our quotes. This is by Norman Vincent Pearl. Never talk defeat. Use words like hope, belief, faith, and victory. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. The Dow Industrials finished down 51. Nasdaq up 25. S&P's flat. Gold contract up $35.40, trading at $1,230 an ounce. What you had with gold, folks, wide price spread, accelerated volume, monster move. Gold's on its way to the 1256 first, then up to the 1326 area. Silver up 79 cents at $17.07. Same deal with silver. It's going to be interesting to see how silver growls and prowls and makes its way up to that $21. But in both cases, they are in their higher range right now. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $2.94, $63.71 a barrel. Bonds. The bond market refuses to back down once again with conviction, folks. 10-year up 12 ticks at 126.19. 30-year up 20 at 143.06. 30-year is going to be the first one to reach that October 15th swing high, and that's a big number. The 10-year bond right now is trading out of a yield at 2.216. So that's going to basically keep 30-year mortgages at about 3.9, 3.95. King Dollar. King Dollar down 307 ticks, trading out at 88.99. What we had with King Dollar is this. King Dollar tested its highs yesterday of 2008, 9, and 10. Missed one of them by about 175 ticks. You come off that high, not a huge amount of them right now. On a weekly basis, though, it doesn't have to get much lower. That what you'll have in King Dollar. And I expect that pullback will get down somewhere into the 84.50 area. Euro up 55, trading out at 123. A yen back 1.12 at 119.57. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? S&P, cash S&P gets down to a price point today of 2034. Rejects lower price, has a heavier volume, however. Breaks the swing point of 2409 with volume. And what that sets up is you're going to be right back downtown. Deviant, oh yeah, deviant in an extraordinary way. Dow Industrial, same setup in the Dow. What you have with the Dow, Dow gets down to a price point of 629, closes out at 801, same type of setup. Now the S&P was flat, Dow was still down a little. The NASDAQ came all the way back, but guess what? The NASDAQ also has a nice low put in. That low was out here today with 1.9 billion shares. Same type of setup, meaning what you'll see is that we're going to be right back down to that lower level at the 4674. We go to the SPY, the SPY. You take a look at the SPY. SPY did 123 million shares out here today. That came into how we went topside with 142, got underneath that level, broke the swing of 103. 3 Qs, we take a look at the 3 Qs, what you have with the 3 Qs. 3 Qs did 44 million shares, broke that small swing out there that had 26 million and was coming into 34 million. Distribution in spades out here. When you get to, well, particularly folks, the deviance out here today is pretty cool. When you come off a high, you gap lower, you have a big expansion of volume, you make it all the way back topside, you're right back downtown, testing that area in a heartbeat, too. I suspect you're going to see this in tomorrow or the next day. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold goes topside after bottom line rejecting lower price on a continual basis. We did 226,000 contracts out here today. Nice volume. Next swing point on gold's 1256. But what the move did today is open up the expansion to go all the way up to the July swing high of 1347. That's the way this baby is set up. And bottom line, it would not back off all day long. And it would not back off, which was impressive in the gold market, folks, is that it wouldn't back off when, in fact, the market was moving higher and was moving higher off its lows very quickly. Silver did the job also. Silver was up 79 cents. It did 62,000 contracts. It got inside the larger range. Next stop for silver is 17. The way that silver and gold came down, folks, the first leg off the consolidation that was formed from October 3rd over to the October 30th time frame, what you're going to see is that you're going to see a very fast move. XAU, HUI, both of them are in ABC structures on the way up. In what we will see, more likely you're going to see pretty quickly, if in fact you take those B points out with volume. Bonds. We go to the bond market. What you have with bonds, every bond market just will not give it up. Bonds are going to be the shocker in 2015 again, as they have been every single year. The 10-year is at 126.20. That's going after the 128 level. That was the high of the 15th of October. The 30-year is already into that bar in a big way. The bottom of that bar is the 141. We're at 143. The top of it is 146.16, and that's where we're going. King Dollar. When you take a look at King Dollar, what we have with King Dollar, if I put the continuous contract up on King Dollar, what you're going to see is that the 2008, 9, and 10, all those swing points are right next to each other. King Dollar has tested 3 of those 4 swing points. We tested the swing point of 2008, which is 89.25. The high of 09 is the one that hasn't been tested. That's 89.71. We had made it to 89.56. The high of 2010 was 88.80. You get a close right where we are right here today. by Friday. What that's going to be the test of those swing highs, close underneath them. If we get a close underneath the 88.51, which I expect we're going to do on Friday, then you have not only a close under the swing points that you're testing, you have a close under the swing point of last week. And what that would set up, just a natural, listen, you can set up a natural retracement and still come back to 84.24. Where I'm going with the 84.24, that is just as you pull back to where it broke topside, taking those swing points out. But the way the market is trading and the way gold or silver is trading, it looks to me that it's going to be a larger pullback than that. And the reason I'm saying that is that when, in fact, the gold market itself would not pull back and we had the dollar going to highs, that was screaming that that market wanted to go higher. Now, as you come over to TFNN, you're going to see right on the front page man, Mr. John Logan. John is doing a workshop. It's tonight, folks, okay? That workshop is all about the TAS Market Profile Scanner. It's an outstanding piece of software. You can test drive it right here, right now, 30 days, absolutely free. And what it does, it analyzes multiple markets and time frames simultaneously. And that scanner out here today, if you had that scanner on, folks, you would have saw intraday how the breath was dying at the beginning of the day and how the breath was coming back when, in fact, that market tried to make it back. What you do is this. If you'd like to come to this webinar tonight, you can go over to our website. You can test drive the scanner right now. It's free. Test drive it for a full month. As long as you are a subscriber, which you will be, you can be in the webinar tonight. If you can't make it, just sign up. It can be archived, and you can basically check that out for the next 30 days. Our man John Logan, he starts us off each and every trading day, 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That's where we do live trading, live content, rather. All that content you get right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. 877-927-6648. Some of the Dow stocks out here. Let's take a look at some of the Dow stocks first. You had American Express down 20 cents. Coke was off $1.10. Big Mac. Big Mac got hit yesterday. Continues to get. Big Mac has some big problems, fundamentally and technically. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. And don't forget, every Tuesday, Thursday, right after my show, outstanding show, Andy's going to be coming up, growling and prowling with you 5 to 6. He's going to give us an update in the next segment. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to them provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finished down 51. NASDAQ was up 25. S&Ps were flat. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. Don't forget, folks, right here at TFNN, every Tuesday, Thursday, Andy does an outstanding show. The Technometer, he also has a great newsletter called the Technometer Commodity Report. The way you can get that newsletter, go to TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You can test drive the Technometer Commodity Report right here, 30 days absolutely free. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You know, we had quite a day out here in that metal market, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I got a chart of silver up here, and I have an article out today on Seeking Alpha called, it's all about silver, and basically what we're seeing in the silver market is a very interesting formation. We're seeing on the monthly chart,
okay,
the potential of a bullish key reversal. We made a new low on December 1st. We got down to 14.15 and a half.
Yeah.
14.10 around there. And now we're trading above the previous month's high. If we stay above 16.69 at the end of December, it's going to be a bullish key reversal to the upside in silver. And as I've been saying to you all along, you know, silver has to lead this thing, Tom.
Okay.
So very interesting what's going on in silver out there. I mean, I like it all. I think that the most impressive thing today about these metals, about gold, silver, platinum, is that the dollar, which opened up at around, the dollar index was around 89.05, way down to 88.155. And then we rallied back up and closed at around 88.692. But the precious metals didn't give up any of their moves, really.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, Andy's bringing up a great point, folks, because when you take a look at the metals in general, they gave up nothing, not only just from the dollar, you know, basically stayed at the highs. The S&Ps, you know, came back flat. the NASDAQ was positive and the small caps were positive. So that's impressive in the aspect that money basically was staying in the metal market. And in fact, when I look at some of these equities, Andy, to me they're doing an ABC structure on the way up, meaning that you get a straight line move, they're coming over a B point, and a couple of them have got the amount of volume that we need. We'll see what the rest of them do in the next couple of days.
Absolutely. Listen, the title of the article that I have in Seeking Alpha today is called Silver, Always a Wild Ride. And it certainly is.
It is a wild ride. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, let's talk about a little something else. I saw a very interesting piece come across the news wires today that Andy Hall, my ex-boss, is leaving Fibro.
Okay.
Which at the end of the year. But it's said to concentrate on his hedge fund business. So it's very confusing. You know, Fibro, which was the commodities trading division of Salomon Brothers way back when, and then the commodities trading division of Citigroup, was recently bought by Occidental Petroleum.
Yes.
And they were running a number of physical commodity businesses there. And then he started this hedge fund, which I think is partially owned by Oxy or funded by Oxy as well. Sure. But a very cryptic news piece came across Bloomberg that said that he's leaving at the end of the year to concentrate on his fund. And actually his fund, Aston Beck, was up more than 1% in November, which is very surprising considering oil was down 18% for the month.
That's pretty cool, man. That's intense because Andy and I have talked about this before, folks. And the last time that they reported, whether I saw any report on the news, is that he was saying flat out that he thought oil was number one going a lot higher. That's when oil was at 80, and of course we know it's at 65 right now. But as you've explained to us, he goes out 2 or 3 years, and in fact, when oil gets crushed like this, it doesn't mean 2 or 3 year option premiums go down.
And he might be going out much longer, Tom. He might be going out 8 or 10 years. We don't know.
Yeah, no. It sounds to me like the Fibro's like Canada, the whole deal. We know how this goes. And what happens in this business, folks, it's a trip. You can be the biggest hero in the world, and as soon as you go south and go south for a certain amount of time, it's like, see you later, guy, bye. Guy.
Oh, hero to goat. Very quickly, Tom.
Right.
Very quickly.
Right.
But, you know, it's very interesting. If you look at these spreads in oil, like if you look at the nearby, the January 2015, and you look out to like 2017, December, that thing was trading at about a $15 backwardation. It's gone to a $7+ contango, which means that it's come down. You know, it's basically switched by $22. Now, oil's come down by $44. So the back of the curve, and not even that far back, December 2017, has only come down half as much as the nearby has.
Right.
And that, you know, right now it's in contango, and it's just reflecting the cost of storing oil, the cost of financing oil, and that's the game now. That's going to be the new game, storing and financing oil. And I think the Chinese are going to get involved in that game in a big way, especially with cheap oil flowing into them from Russia.
It would totally make sense, man. It would totally
make sense. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of places, I'm sure, to store it and stuff like that. And they have below market priced oil coming from the country that needs to sell it the most, Russia.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Hey, interesting what's going on in Russia to get out of the ruble.
Oh, and that's really cool. Yeah, folks, what has happened is that the car sales are going up 55%, right? You know, 55%, because what you have is that they have to get rid of those rubles, okay? That's the bottom line.
Tom, if they're buying cars, they're buying gold.
Yeah, oh, that's a point. That's a great point.
They're buying gold, they're buying silver. That's what I think. You know, that's adding some oomph to this market.
Some juice.
But silver certainly looks amazing to me. I mean, look, it's up at 80 cents today. 18.5, key technical resistance level, the level we broke down from back on September 19th.
Sure.
You know, look, support below, but right now, I love this this monthly setup for the end of the year. Look, we had 3 key reversals on weekly charts that failed last Friday, but these things have come storming back with a vengeance.
Storming back. Hey, I like your setup, man.
Thank you. This is my first time on the air. I was going to be like Gartman and say it's good to be seen, but that'll just make David White so upset, so I won't go there.
That's too funny. And folks, if you happen to be in your car and you haven't watched Tiger TV yet, check it out, because we have a great new HD set. Andy's coming across, right on our set, and we can have a real conversation. I can see his charts. I can see him.
It's awesome. Oh, it really is. And I've always seen you. I've been watching Tiger TV since we started this, but it's great to be on this thing, and I look forward to doing it for a long time. The other thing is I wanted to mention, on a side note, I've been writing a lot of these articles for Seeking Alpha. I have one out this week on oil, one on gold, one on silver, one on natural gas, one on the dollar. I'm very close to being the #1 commodities contributor on Seeking Alpha.
Congratulations, man. That's huge.
I'm number two. I'm number 2, but I'm only a couple of thousand hits away from #1. So I'm closing in on it.
Okay, so we got to get all those tigers and tigresses getting over there, clicking your articles on Seeking Alpha, right? That's the bottom line.
Absolutely. I spend my weekends writing Seeking Alpha articles. It's a lot of fun.
That's a beautiful thing. Listen, man, have a great one. Have a safe one. We look forward to the show coming up next right here.
Thanks, Tom. I'll see you soon.
Have a great one.
Okay.
You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. And, of course, at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6, we'll be out here growling and prowling with you. You stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man, Mr. John Logan. Going to be right back.
TFNN has just announced a special sale for the Gold Report for a limited time only. To celebrate the 660th weekly issue of Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, that's more than 12 years, TFNN is having a special one-time sale. Right now, you can receive 60 weeks of the Gold Report. That's 14 months for only $600. We're offering Tom O'Brien's dynamic weekly newsletter at only $10 a week, half off the regular monthly price. By taking advantage of this special offer, you also get a signed copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, an $88 value. The Gold Report is published every Tuesday and provides subscribers with Tom O'Brien's expert commentary on the industry, as well as detailed information on a variety of mining equities. Not all gold stocks are the same. This offer is valid for current or new subscribers. All the details are on it, so act now and lock in this incredible price. 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend of the Rhodes Momentum probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877
This segment, click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 51. Nasdaq up 25. S&Ps were flat. And, folks, each and every trading day, Mr. John Logan kicks us off 8 o'clock in the morning. You can get all the programming at TFNN right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. This afternoon, in fact, an hour, John's going to do an outstanding webinar. That webinar is going to be all about the TAS Profile Scanner. This is a great piece of software. It analyzes multiple markets in multiple time frames simultaneously. If you had that scanner out here today, intraday, folks, you would not only see something that was basically incredible, because inside the scanner, you have the market breadth on immediate action on the market breadth that is taking place intraday, when we're talking about whether it's the 60-minute, the 240, the daily, and the weekly. John Logan, what's...
Tom, good to be back with you. How are you today?
You too, man. So,
good.
You know, number one, I'm glad you're safe. I mean, you're in the Philippines, right? And, the headlines over here is that place got hit pretty hard, right?
Yeah, thanks for putting me in your thoughts. There's a lot of folks here that are a lot worse off than I could ever be. I mean, there's some, structures here that are not, I guess, the most sound structures in the world. And those are the unfortunate, things that happen here. But this one kind of dissipated. Okay. I think it was the 15th named typhoon they've had this year, which is wow. I mean, statistically, how can that happen? I mean, they should let people know when there's not a typhoon here, not when there is a typhoon. It seems like the typhoon is relatively constant. It's crazy.
That is wicked.
But they're it's amazing what they kind of get done over here with in the face of that all the time. And they're getting a little bit more structurally together to deal with stuff like that. Yes. People are kind of not paying attention to what's going on. So that's great news. So tell us, first off, for the listeners that are out there that don't know what the profile scanner does, if you can give a little rundown and tell them what you're going to be basically teaching them tonight. And folks, what happens here, I'm going to let them do it first, but you can be in this tonight, right now. But let's find out what we're going to be talking about first. Yeah, I think we're at 6:30 Eastern time. Yes. Is that when we start? That's right. Yeah, 'cause I'm a little mixed up all the time. What is it? It's 5:30 here right 5:30 now. 5:30 your time, right. 5:30 a.m. That's a beautiful thing, man. Since I met you, I have literally slept less. I just want you to know that. So anyway, and I'll be coming back to the States. I'll be landing in Raleigh 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon. So awesome, man. We'll be on the same time frame, and hopefully I'm coming down there to see you again. Yeah, totally, man. Get the sticks out. That's right. Okay, so I don't know if people in the den are seeing this. Yes, but we are. So what I've got is I put these speedometers up top, so they're kind of always in your face now. Okay. And what they are, those are our market breadth, statistical, easy to read, kind of, speedometers, if you will. And what you can do with this, the way we have it right now is you can go in here and choose, like, the Shanghai. I mean, the Shanghai is kind of in the news lately. We had about a 10% intraday range yesterday.
Yeah.
I know you work in a cave, so I think you're aware of that.
I know.
Yeah. So, but the fact of the matter is, on the breadth part of this equation alone, you still got this extremely positive, right? Relative to profiles. And when I say relative to profiles, we're going to get into that and what really the power of that statement means tonight in the webinar. And I've done a zillion presentations with Bloomberg globally. I mean, I've probably got 10,000 PowerPoint slides. We're kind of throwing a lot of that aside and trying to put practical applications into everybody's head and show really kind of, how these numbers hopefully can help them on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
But these speedometers, I'm going to go back to the S&Ps, which is, I guess, everybody's favorite thing to talk about right now. You'll see weekly, daily, 240 and 60 breadth statistics here. And what, I was really, really hesitant this morning, in fact.
Okay.
The market's kind of down, and
sure.
We've crossed below some key levels, and I'm going to pull up our daily chart here.
Okay.
It's powered by eSignal. We love their data sources.
Yes.
Unfair lows here on our most recent profile on the daily, 2059. Now that was a target from the upper limit at 2075 the other day, but we were looking at October 17th way back here. I think that's back to territory again, and therefore we look at that positive breadth and say, what, can we eliminate one side of the marketplace on an intermediate to long-term basis? And on a short-term basis, it's a different story, but let's just kind of focus on that for a second. So we look at the market as, we're kind of imbalanced on the upside, and that means that the market's got a chance to continue to go north, and that's what's happened. And recently, even back here on second, we passed on some shorts into that 2059 and lay in the wood to the short of the fence. Even this morning, there's some tension out there. The Shanghai pulled back literally not even intraday, but close to close over 5%. And the world's looking at that. And as we were kind of down today, I was like, because the breadth is kind of telling me one thing, I'm going to pull it back up here. It was very difficult for me to really start shorting stocks. And
it's so cool, though. That folks, what John's talking about here, folks, this is about as intense as you get. And I've used the scanner, and the breadth statistic is so amazing. And what happens, folks, is that you can just leave it up. And, depending what time frame you'd like to trade on, when you see that, well, particularly when you see that, as you said, the market's down so dramatically, that's telling you that, guess what, the market's down dramatically, but inside here, you still got these guys that are basically trying to buy to catch up at the end of the year, whatever it is. They were in there, and that breath held up. That's fine.
Right, and you had some shorter-term trading opportunities based on breadth changes on the 60-minute and the 240-minute views.
Yes.
But the dailies were basically positive up until, we barely changed to negative, even at the worst of times. I think we were breadth negative about 4% or something like that, which is nothing. It's basically a balanced marketplace.
So tonight in this webinar, my understanding is that you're going to teach folks how to use the scanner in the best possible way, right?
Yeah, and what that means, Tom, is, you want to have the temperature of what's going with the broad exchange or index that you're looking at with the instruments that you're looking at within that index. So the breadth is kind of a regulator almost of the broad marketplace, and we've got, with the breadth, we've got the NASDAQ, we've got Singapore, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Eurostoxx 50, Nifty 50, and we're adding exchanges all the time. And if somebody gets the scanner right now, they'll be grandfathered into these new upgrades that happen. And by the way, like in the institutional world, we deal with a lot of Bloomberg customers. And that's kind of how I met you. We actually charge a significantly larger amount of money for this thing in a C# app, and this is like the deal of the century, in my opinion, just to be able to kind of get this.
There's no doubt. We appreciate that. Thank you.
It's all for TFNN subscribers, and these breadth statistics have never been disseminated before. They've never.
Period. I know.
This literally came to me in a laugh, but it came to me in a dream, and I woke up and we got to work on it. We probably spent about 2 or 3 months asked to put this on TV. They want this as a component of the things that they talk about on a day-to-day basis, and we've actually not wanted to do that because kind of cat out of the box here,
right?
But
there's no doubt.
The scanner. So that being said, you've got a situation where you can spilled my coffee here. You've got a situation where you can get the temperature of the broad marketplace, and then as you're drilling down into things, and I've actually got chosen the S&P 500 stocks on our scanner right here, and you can come in and choose individual instruments. You can, save custom lists, all that kind of stuff. But I want to see, what's daily basis. And as I was trading above profiles, so as that populates the scanner, and this is what I was doing this morning. I said, you know what, the breadth is positive. This pullback, as so many others have been, might not have conviction. It might not have legs on the downside. And I'm not fearful of shorting things. It's just that this thing tells me that, on a long-term to intermediate-term basis, we really haven't even crossed the border of the amount of stocks wanting to get weak versus the amount of stocks that aren't weak. So I hear the music.
Yeah, you just stay right. You stay right there.
Okay.
And folks, and the way it works is that you test drive the scanner for a month. You're going to come in the workshop tonight. It's going to start in another 45 minutes. You stay right there. John and I are coming right back, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful service and see for yourself the types of trades as recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. Subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
It's ticking lower. Guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And, we got our man, Mr. John Logan, right on the phone with us, actually on the video with us. And he's going to be doing a webinar. It's tonight. I had said it's 45 minutes, but that was because I'm so used to being on the air from 4 to 6. Bottom line is it's going to be an hour and 45 minutes. Actually, an hour and 15 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes. So it's 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Now, you can come into this workshop, and the way you do it, you go to TFNN. You'll go on the right-hand side. You'll see right in the carousel, right in the very top, TAS Market Profile. Test drive that for 1 month. It's free. You can test drive it for a month. You'll get the workshop tonight. And it's an outstanding piece of software. We're talking with our man, Mr. John Logan, right now. We're talking about what the workshop is going to be all about. You know, John, when we talk the breadth in the market, there's a lot of our listeners, no doubt, that love equities. And it's so cool that, when you're looking at the breadth of the indices, and you'll see how this works, folks. You look at the breadth of the indices, and then there's one button you press, and guess what? It gives you the whole S&P 500. It tells you basically where they are inside the box, and John will explain what that specifically means. And, so the bottom line is that it cuts out, time-wise, so much work. It's incredible, actually.
Yeah, it's made my life a zillion times easier, and this is kind of born of requests from institutional traders and guys that don't have a lot of time to just go through individual stock analysis.
Sure.
And that's kind of there's two sections of this scanner. One of them's the breadth, which we covered a little bit already, and the other one, scanning ability to kind of qualify your instruments that are being traded within some of these exchanges. And what do I mean by that? That means that, and I've got something up on the screen right now, I hope everybody can see.
Cool.
I just did a little scan here for what stocks out of the S&P 500 are trading above profile. So we'll get into what does that actually mean in the webinar. But so we know that the breadth on the long-term scale is relatively positive still, even though we're sitting right below that 2059 level on the S&Ps, and I think we're sitting pretty much right there right now, 2058 right now. Yeah. So this is going to test the wills of the shorts right now, and I'm the biggest fan in the world of going to short something. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm just almost handcuffed in going short right now, and I'm saying that I got to pass on some of these things. Therefore, I'm going to try to, in a market that's pulled back, And I think peak to valley today from the highs, what were we, like 45 points from all-time highs was the biggest part of the pullback on the S&Ps, I think, today. And what I did this morning was I just tried to find a couple of stocks by using the scanner that were kind of hanging in there, showing extreme strength in a market that was kind of tumbling a little bit.
Yes.
Because the broad thought is that the market more than likely is going to kind of rally back. And until those breadth statistics change to negative, I got to kind of think that way.
Sure.
And, we were pulling up things like, some of these stocks, Boston Properties, I'm just looking down the scanner right now. These are some of the things. There was a couple of others, Prologis, PLD, Lincoln National Corp. These are all stocks that were showing and still are showing extreme strength on the profile grid here. So another thing that we look at is, and you're going to like this because I don't even think we've ever talked about this. I'm going to kind of kill that sort, and what it does. Wait for this to populate. What that also does is when you mouse over these cells, me and you kind of joke all the time about this. It's like, why do you need charts anymore? I mean, you get all the inflection points, red light, green light, whether you're above or below profiles, and then you can go to your normal charts without our indicators, which we actually charge a lot of money for, and be able to kind of, leverage against some of these high probability areas. And again, we'll get into that in the webinar, but one of the things that a lot of times that I'll do is I'll create a custom watch list here. I'll go in, I'll eliminate some of my time frames. I'll just kill the weekly, the 240, the daily, and I'll just leave my 60-minute grid up there.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll make my favorites list.
Yes.
And I'll just watch list. I know where they're at on the long term. And then I'll let
cool. Yes.
Tell me how to trade this stock for the day.
Right.
Because this is my shortest time frame, and it's going to give me all the momentum plays and tell me when the thing's breaking down, even on a short-term level. And if I use my speedometers up here, I'm going to be able to combine the broad marketplace into that thinking too. And I've talked about a lot in a short amount of time here, but we'll hopefully be able to clarify some things in the webinar even more so.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, and of course we look forward to it. I'm glad everything is good for you in the Philippines, and everyone is safe, no doubt.
Appreciate it.
When those typhoons come in, like, what is is it like 70 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour? How does that work?
Well, the one that hit last year, a little north of where I was at, it actually went through the same area that I'm at, but there's a huge mountain range that blocks a lot of storms coming from the east where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I spend half my time in Hong Kong anyway, so I'm not here all the time, but I was physically here, and that storm had sustained winds of 200 miles an hour.
That's great.
If you can even grasp that.
No, I can't. That's insanity.
Hurricane was the one that hit New Orleans. It was
Katrina.
like sustained.
I was there.
Yeah,
I was at Katrina. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
But that was only like 130 sustained winds for like an hour and a half or something. Yeah. That was insane. Right. Unreal.
Yeah. It leveled places here.
Yeah, no doubt. So, well, listen, man, we appreciate all the help. We appreciate you kicking off TFNN every morning at 8 o'clock. And we look forward to this webinar at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, man.
Great. Looking forward to doing it.
Okay, John. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Talk to you in a bit.
Thanks. Good to talk to you, Tom. Okay.
And folks, if you'd like to sign up for that webinar, it's free. The way you do it, come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see it right in the top of the carousel. You hit the carousel. You'll test drive the profile scanner for 1 month. John's also got some great videos out there. When you do that, that brings you into the webinar tonight. He will walk you through exactly how you can use this piece of software each and every trading day to basically look at what you want to look at, whether you're talking commodities, whether you're talking indices, whether you're talking currencies, whether you're talking markets right across the world, which is pretty incredible. Out here, what you have in the metal market, bottom line, metals are up big, wide price spread, accelerated volume. You stay right there because our man, Mr. Andy Heck, is going to be coming up next. with a Technomento commodity report. He's going to be growling and prowling with you for the next hour. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of it. Fly with it. Thanks for being here. You stay right here, folks. The man, Mr. Andy Hex, coming up next. Go get him, folks.